Hey, everybody. If you're listening on the Talkin' Baseball feed, I am Chris Rose, host of the Chris Rose Rotation. It is our weekly baseball interview show with all sorts of players throughout the league. We also have a half dozen active major leaguers as our rotating co-hosts. In fact, it is time to hang out with one today. That would be Miguel Rojas, now your starting shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So if you're joining us on the Talkin' Baseball feed, thanks. Check out our entire backload of interviews, almost 250 strong. If you're joining us on the Chris Rose Rotation feed, thanks for hanging out with us the last 3+ years. All right, let's get to it as we welcome in the one and only Miguel Rojas to the show. Hey, Miggy, how you doing, man?
Everything is good, Rosey. How are you, man?
Good. I like the lid, man. That is nice.
I've been rocking these hats on the first part of the year. I like the upside down logo from LA. I've been rocking like different colors to the ballpark. People will be loving it.
Well, so let's get to it. And with style, since that's your thing, and new looks, The Dodgers had a second city connect. I got to be honest with you. The first one, no bueno, as I like to say. They look like pajamas. The second one, are we in? Thumbs up or not?
I'm completely thumbs up when I put it on. It felt so much better than what you see on the pictures, like when you first see it on the pictures and out there when they started like posting pictures of like, oh, this is how it's gonna look or whatever. You kind of feel like, okay, there's a lot there, like all the confetti and the line on the Los Angeles. Like to play for the Dodgers, you're always gonna have like this clean look. It's either gonna be like the whites with blue or the grays with the Los Angeles on the chest. I think that's what you used to. But as soon as you put this uniform on, you got a lot of options. Like you can go with the blue, with the red. Navy blue is a new and different color that you can have with this one. I like the undershirts, the sweatshirts, the everything that it comes with. I think it's pretty cool because that give you like a different option throughout the year, and especially for the fans. The fans can have like a different option going to the ballpark to get new stuff. And I mean, I like style, and I like the things that that they always put out there. And like I'm rocking hats and stuff like that from the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That's how much stuff do they give you? That's what I've always wanted to know. As a major leaguer, how much free shit do you get?
So I got the whole uniform, right? The hat, and then we got like 2 undershirts with the logo on the shirt. Like we wear those for batting practice. Then we have like a full like a hoodie that, I mean, if you're not playing that day or you're the starting pitcher, you can wear the hoodie or you can cut it off, and then you have 2 of them. So you can cut one off for practice because it's really hot in LA right now, or wherever you go. It's probably gonna be hot during the summer. So, and then you got like a full jacket just in case it's hot in LA at night. Then the socks, everything that you want, really, you can have like a couple of them. But I mean, you get a lot of free stuff.
It doesn't suck being a major leaguer, does it?
No, I think it's the best. It's a show, like everybody always comment that we're playing on the show. Yeah, I mean, it's a show. You got, I mean, all kind of stuff that you want to ask for. Bats, unlimited like batting glove, undershirts, hats, and all that. And it's crazy because you find 25 or 26 men in the clubhouse, right? And everybody's so different. Like there's people who really don't ask for anything and use the same hat for half of the year. They throw it away and they use a different hat. And then I play with guys that use one pair of batting glove every single day.
What?
Like, yeah, I play with Juan Uribe. He got like piles of batting glove on his locker because he wear a different pair of batting glove every single day. And then you have a guy like Freddie Freeman that uses kind of the same long sleeve. I don't know if he changed it throughout the year, but a same long sleeve, same like undershirt for the whole year, and he don't ask for many things. So it's so many different like characters in the clubhouse.
So what would Uribe do with the batting gloves when he's done with them? Give them away to a kid or what?
I'm guessing that he take it back to Dominican Republic.
Mm,
I think he got an academy or something like that. So he gave it to the kids. But I
good.
mean, we're talking about like batting, like brand new batting glove. He wore it for one day and then he he just like give it away.
How much stuff, excuse me, how much stuff do you go through? Like, how many gloves will you use in a year?
I will go. Let's say so 6, 12. Then 24. I would say like 50 pair of batting gloves,
Hmm.
counting the batting glove that I wear for batting practice. Because I think in batting practice you wear batting glove and then like within a week it gets like soggy because you sweat a lot, you wear it like for the cage and then you go outside for batting practice and you don't want to like swing a bat with a like a soggy batting glove, when it's like really wet. And being in the big leagues, and being fortunate enough to have all the stuff and all the abilities to get like batting glove and stuff like that to put it on the field. Um, I just go with I mean, like one every other week.
Okay, what about your show mitt? Like, you got your gamer, right? You got your gamer
Mhm.
glove, and then like, how many mitts do you go through a year?
Just two. I feel like I break one glove in every single season. I got one glove that I work on, so I practice with that glove just in case my gamer broke, and it happens the other day. So I was like playing catch right before the game, and my gamer is like 4 years old already. I started using it in 2020. I didn't use it for that season, but then I put it in play for 2021 because my older one was like kind of getting like heavy, and because I put a little bit of paint on my glove, and then that painter make it a little bit heavier. Plus, the days that you play under the rain, uh, days that the glove get a little wet or the humidity and all that. I play in Miami for a long time, so the humidity in Miami kind of make the glove a little heavier. So I broke that in, and so I've been using the glove since 2021. So the other day I was playing catching from the dugout before the game, and the whole web went. So that's why I have my backup. So the backup is ready to go. I've been using it in practice, but it's never the same. When you go to the game, you feel like you need your glove, Same thing I believe you guys, like you need your pair of headphones. You need your microphone. You feel like you need your stuff so you feel comfortable when you go out there and play. And everybody else was saying, "Oh, you're all right. You can go out there without a glove on and you're gonna catch a ground ball." And that probably right. But at the same time, I want to feel comfortable when I go out there with my glove.
All right, hold on. Were you like freaking out when your mitt broke? Were you nervous?
Yes, I did. I was freaking out until I got my first ground ball with my new glove. So I catch it and I make the play, and now everything is all right. It's
All
not
right.
it's not like a bat, like the glove for an infielder. It's not like a bat that you broke a bat. Okay, yeah, whatever. Get me another one. It's the same model, like you're gonna feel kind of the same. The glove is different. The glove is like it's some kind of way that you break some glove in that is different. Every glove is different. So that's why the middle infielders, anyone that you can ask in the middle infielder, they're gonna have their glove and they're gonna feel comfortable with that.
All right, more of the show coming your way, but first let's talk about the hobby. You know what I'm talking about. It's not easy being a fan of ripping packs or repacks. We hype ourselves up thinking that we could pull a rookie Shohei or an MVP Shohei, but with zero transparency on available cards and hit rates, it's all pretty much just a shot in the dark. That is until now. I want to introduce to you Slab Packs from arenaclub.com. It is the only repack that provides a real value, a complete view of all possible cards, and clear hit rates for each one. In fact, we pulled an autographed Cade Horton from the pack that they sent us. Pretty darn special, don't you think? So Arena Club slab packs, they are revolutionizing the repack game with transparency. After your pulls are revealed, they actually immediately will be placed in your vault for safekeeping or trading and selling or whatever you like to do with it. You can have them officially graded by Arena Club, which is a great, great thing for you. The Arena Club grading process, it is accurate, it is fast, it is transparent, with a full grade rationale provided and explanation of how your card was scored. So whether you're buying or you're selling or you're trading or simply displaying, Arena Club is the card collecting platform that you simply have to check out. Right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase. All you have to do is go to arenaclub.com/rose. That is a crazy offer. 10% off a $400 slab pack. That is $40 you're saving right there. Anyways, that's arenaclub.com/rose. 10% off your first purchase. Go get that thing done. Miggy, I know we've talked about this a lot, but since you got traded back to the Dodgers, your family lives still in Miami. Your oldest child, Aaron, what did he just finish second grade or something, right?
Yeah, he just finished second grade.
Okay, so they've got a life they've got to live through a portion of June. So the first third of the season, you're on your own, and I know how much your family means to you. Now that they are with you for the rest of the summer, I imagine you're like a different dude, aren't you?
Yeah, it's so much happiness and joy that I got throughout every single day now. It doesn't matter if I have a good regular bad day at work. It doesn't matter. You always look forward to see them after the game and get some dinner together, and then get to hang out with my kid and bringing it to the ballpark and seeing the happiness of him every single day. I got the opportunity to spend time with him during Father's Day, um, a couple Sundays ago, and it was like pure joy, to having there, play catch with him before the game, enjoy all the festivities with him, and see something that is going to be remarkable for the rest of his life. Like my opportunity to impact him, it goes beyond just being a dad. It's being a role model, uh, giving the opportunity to be in a big league ballpark, because we don't know like where his life is gonna take him. So it's been amazing having them around for sure.
Well, who's got better hair, him or Tyler Glass now? I think it's close.
He's gonna have some ways to go, but I feel like he's on his way, and he
Yeah,
don't want to cut it either. Like he likes it. He likes it like that. He likes the flow, the hat, and I think I got a little Californian, on air.
I like it. I'm worried, though, that you're not even his favorite shortstop in the show because I saw the picture he took with Elly
Yes.
De La Cruz. Is that his guy?
Yeah, Ellie is his guy because he likes guy who can really run and hit for power. So Aaron is being like growing in a baseball field, right? So now he's playing his own video games. He's building his own teams on MLB The Show and all that. And Ellie De La Cruz is his guy. He's his first pick. He likes the way he plays. He likes the way he goes about his business and the show that he's putting. And how you not gonna like that guy? The fastest guy in the league right now. Who he homers. He put a ball in the boat the other day. I think it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Depth center, 470 feet. And I mean, for baseball, that is awesome. A guy like him that is like super energetic, play the game the right way. He's making his own path to be like a great player, respecting the game. And I love Ellie too. So I gave Aaron the thumbs up on his favorite player.
And what a blast that must have been for Aaron to sit there. I mean, how old is he? He's 8, right?
He's eight, but he's a shy guy. So Aaron is a really shy kid. He don't say much. It takes him a little while to kind of like feel comfortable around someone. And that day when we went to Cincinnati, he said, "Dad, I want to meet Ellie."
Oh,
And I said, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take you, but you're gonna have to do the rest. You're gonna have to go out there and ask him for a picture. Please, ask kindly, and trying to talk to him. He talks Spanish. He's Dominican, so he's gonna talk to you in Spanish. So he did a great job that day. So he was so happy, even though the communication was like a little short. I rather him to asking questions or whatever, but he was okay just being around him and taking a picture with him.
you must have been so proud of him.
I did, and I'm proud of him every single day. The way he's starting to understand how to behave in the clubhouse,
Hmm.
when to be running around, when not to, respecting the work of others. Appreciate, like he is starting to understand and appreciate how, how comfortable he can be around like superstars. I've been around Shohei Ohtani, being around Mookie Betts, being around Freddie or Clayton Kershaw. I'm trying to like let him know that he's like, yeah, they're people too, and they're like human beings, but they're gonna be really important down the line when everything is said and done. They're probably gonna be in Cooperstown, so make sure you take a good look of this.
Let's talk a little bit about Shohei. I know we do it every show, but why not? I mean, there's a real possibility that he could be the first DH to win an MVP. I think as long as he continues like this the last 3 months, particularly with Betts on the shelf, it's gonna be possible. Do you sit there as a guy who's been in the show now for a decade, and are you in awe of what he does at the plate?
Yeah, every single day is something different, especially at the top of the lineup and being just DHing right now and just focus. His whole focus is on hitting and helping the team every single at bat that he had, right? But he's not just like satisfied with just going to the play every single at bat and just sometimes it's really easy. You're gonna get 600 at bats, and it's really easy to throw some at bats away. I feel like Shohei, every swing he takes, he's trying to do something with it. So I feel like that's something that it's really hard to replace a guy like Mookie Betts in the top of the lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you say, okay, you're losing Mookie, you're losing a force in the top of the lineup. So you put Shohei there, he's the only guy that can actually do what he did last week, win player of the week, get 6 homers, hit for like 430 average, and kind of like he does it on a regular basis. Even though he's cold, he's gonna do something for your lineup because pitchers are gonna be throwing around him, and he's gonna walk, and then we got guys behind him that they can drive him in. So it's a different guy, and what he's doing this year. Hopefully, he continue to do it, and he can win multiple MVPs. But it's different what you see every single day with Shohei because you can actually like enjoy every single time that he walks to the plate. He can hit a ball 460 feet.
But that's the thing. Miggy, he's hitting balls in Dodger Stadium. For people that aren't familiar with it, like at night, the ball just doesn't carry as well out here. Now that it's gotten hotter, it will. But he's hitting the ball where a lot of right-handed power hitters cannot get to. Like, it's ridiculous what he's doing when he's driving the ball to center and to left center. You just don't see that.
Do you see the one that he hit like a couple of weeks ago before we went on the road? He hit one up like, I don't know, 20 rows deep. Left center. I have not seen like a rare righties power hitters hit the ball over there. Yeah, I mean, I remember Giancarlo Stanton homer that went over the building, and Tatis a couple of years ago that he hit one like pretty far over there, like 480 or something like that. But it's like more to the pool side. But like in that area, over the tarp in left center and right center, it's going there like almost every day now. It's crazy.
Speaking of every day, you have primarily become the shortstop because Mookie Betts, unfortunately, has done the next 6 to 8 weeks after he broke a bone in his hand. So there's been a lot of talk about the shortstop position. I mean, here you are. You're 35, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
35.
Can you play this every day?
Yeah, I feel like I've done everything that I can throughout my preparation in the off season, and mentally I feel like I'm ready to because I always prepare myself to be a shortstop for an organization, and that's what I want the organization and the manager to look at me like that they have a shortstop there. So for me, I'm ready for the opportunity and for the challenge. I've been waiting for this throughout the whole year. Not looking for anybody to go down like that, but I feel like that's my job and that's part of my role. Being ready if something happens to step up and being the guy. So for how long this is gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be 4 weeks, 5 weeks, or whatever it is. I think the organization is in a good place because we have a lot of talent that can step up for the position. And if it's not me, Kike can play short. Chris Taylor can play a little bit of short. but I'm giving the opportunity right now, and I'm trying to keep up the good work and the things that I'm doing. So I'm not surprised, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Well, the natural instinct was when Mookie went down, well, boy, the Dodgers have to pick up the phone and go get somebody that can do it every day and help lengthen their lineup and all that sort of stuff. Has the front office talked to you about saying, hey, either, well, Miggy, we are actively searching for somebody, or hey, dude, we believe in you. This is your job. Have they talked to you?
No, they haven't talked to me, and I feel like we're surpassed that point. I think last year when they talked to me about like what my role was gonna be, you know, and it was gonna be a utility guy that can play every position. But at some point, I feel like they been understanding and they've been kind of like active on how I feel every time I play certain amount of games. You know, I've been lingering with some kind of issues on my body over the last couple years. You know, my legs and my hips and some things here and there that they kind of worry about because I'm 35. I'm playing a premium position, and I understand that too. But I'm trying to let them know now through my work, my preparation, and my kind of the understanding of my body what I can do to make them feel comfortable that I'm not gonna go down. And if I'm gonna go down, it's because of like, you know, certain things that's gonna happen. You know, like if you're gonna get injured, you're gonna get injured no matter what. But I feel like I'm trying to do everything that I can to stay active, to stay prepared, to do anything that I can do to make them feel comfortable that on me they have a guy that can go out there and be okay, not just for 5 days, but it can be okay for a full 2 months of the season.
With that being said, this could be a lot of podcast talk or radio show talk. Hey, the Dodgers need to go get somebody because Mookie Betts, okay, we understand he's trying to play shortstop, but he hasn't been the best defensive shortstop, and this team will be better with somebody else there. Do you hear that noise or not?
Oh yeah, of course I do, and I feel like I mean that's part of my life. You know, I never been kind of like the the prospect that got the opportunity right away. You know, I never been the guy that I got my job like handed out to me. I feel like everything that I done in this career for the last I don't know, I've been playing for maybe 17, 18 years now. It's being based on sacrifice and hard work and dedication every single day and to prove myself over and over. You know, I got 10 years in the league, Chris, right now, and 11 years playing baseball in the show. And I feel the necessity of proving myself every single day. And I think that's what makes Miggy Ro the player that he is right now. Because if I don't have that chip on my shoulder every single day, I feel like I would be like different in a way of like not as hard as of a player that I am right now. Just because I haven't been through a lot of things and I haven't been like proving myself every single day. And that's something that I mean yesterday I went 2 for 4 and I hit a double and I helped my team win the game. But guess what? That's over with. I need to prove it again today. So that's kind of my mentality every time I take the field that I need to prove myself every single day. And if they feel the necessity of go and getting someone to make the team better, great. I'm here for it because all I want to do is win. And if they feel like I'm the guy who they want to plug and shortstop or second base or third base, whatever it is, I'm here for it. So I'm part of the team, and I understanding what they're trying to do, how they're trying to get better, and you can never be like upset because they're trying to make the team better.
It's awesome. That's why you are who you are. With that being said, is there a possibility at the end of this 5 or 6 week run, however long Mookie's on the shelf, that the Dodgers come to the realization that this team is better with you at shortstop and Mookie Betts at second?
Yeah, that could be it. But I feel like I'm not gonna take Gavin Lux out of the equation because the guy's been helping us win games too. He's been really good at second base. He's been playing really good defense, and I'm totally confident that he's gonna pick it up at the play as well. He's been swinging the bat so much better the last couple of weeks, and I feel like he's trying to find his old self again. You know, I'm right next to him in the locker room, and I can see his desire to find that guy that he was at 2020, 2021, 2022 when he was like dominating every little opportunity that he got in the big leagues. And I feel like the hope and the faith of him finding his swing that he can be the player that he can be, I wouldn't take him out of the equation. So I feel like there's gonna be, even though they play me a short and Mookie second or Mookie short, whatever it is, or Mookie move back to right, who knows what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a rotation that everybody's gonna be involved to help this team win.
With that being said, I don't want you to speak for Mookie Betts. That's not fair. But knowing him the way you do and the amount of work you two put in pregame, could they really move him back to right in the middle of the season or late in the season? Could that happen?
No, I don't think so. On my personal opinion, he wants to be in the infield. So being in the infield help him kind of saving his legs from like running a lot, and diving for stuff or whatever. Um, nobody really understand how valuable is Mookie when he plays in a premium position. When you play in the middle of the infield, it will it will take you to a different level. So I feel like that's something that he really wants to do, which is like playing in the middle of the field, playing shortstop or second base. It's been kind of like what he wanted to do for the last couple of years, and I feel like moving him to right in the middle of the year, just like that, it will be a little bit too much. But I feel like um, as soon as he's back, we will see like the organization will see the state of the team at that point where he make the more sense, and he will be leading off for us in any position.
So there are people that have wondered, and I think it's a good question for fans to ask, because they see you and Mookie working so hard for hours every day. Is he grinding too much? And is that physical and mental pregame strain affecting him at the plate? Can that happen to a player?
I think it can. Yeah, it can be tasking because when you do a lot pre-game, you have to have the reserve on you to play 162 games leading off and being the same guy offensively. He wasn't doing bad. He wasn't doing like he wasn't having like a season where you say, oh, he because he's grinding, he's not being Mookie at the plate. But yeah, it can take a little bit of a mental kind of you know task on you and on your body too, because you're taking a lot of reps at shortstop, throwing a lot of balls from the hole and working on different stuff on the fly. But I feel like the player and the person that Mookie is, I think he needed to do that to feel comfortable that he's doing the work and he's putting the work to be the best at his position. And at some point, he's gonna look back at the numbers and he say, "Oh, I'm not there yet. I gotta keep working." He's not gonna just put the um, his mind away from working just because he's doing good. He's gonna continue to do it, and I mean that's who he is.
Would you ever tell him maybe dial it back a little bit in his pregame preparation, or is that not what you should do?
No, I talked to him about routines. So for me, if you find a routine that you can do every single day, that is short and is compact, and you can actually put all the stuff that you need to do in maybe 15 minutes, or we talk about like 25 gram balls, that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. But sometimes he want to do a little extra just because he wants to work on plays that he's not really used to do. So that's why, for me, the best advice that I could give him was, how about, okay, we play 6 games in a week, right? And in the middle of that week, we're probably going to play 1 day game, at least one or two. Those 2 day games, it's going to be really hard to go out there on the field and take ground balls. So I recommend you to have like a little routine on the side that you can do, which can be like knee drills, wide bay drills, and then take a couple ground balls off the fungo on the side, so you don't have to do much on the field. So those 2 days are always going to be there. So they're going to be like break days for you. Like you're not going to do much over there. So out of the other 5 days, I want you to do 3 regular routine ground balls where you're going to have your routine on the field. And then the other 2 days are going to be work days. The work days meaning, okay, you're working on backhands, you're working on forehands, you're working on slow ground balls, you're working on hard hit balls, whatever you want to work on. But trying to find a routine that works for you is going to be really important. So that's my only kind of advice that I gave him about preparation and about like how to prepare to play a long season at shortstop, because that's the only thing that he haven't do in baseball, kind of like play shortstop for 162 games.
All right. You and the Rockies played one of the most interesting games that we have seen all year. I turned on the TV. There weren't that many late night games going on, so I saw it was 9-4, and I saw that you were going to be hitting early in the inning. I was like, okay, well, I'll check out Miggy Ro, see how he's doing. So somebody had gotten on, and then they came up, and the Rockies broadcast was talking about, well, this amazing stat that Miguel Rojas has, every time he's gotten a hit, the Dodgers have won. And he said, well, that's going to come to an end tonight because it was 9-4 in the ninth inning. Well, you came up and you got a hit, another hit. And I was like, yeah, the streak will probably end. Well, then you guys load the bases, and then Hayward pinch hits, and he has an awesome at bat, and he hits a grand slam, and then the lineup turns over to Ohtani. I was like, holy shit, this is really going to possibly happen. Guys end up winning, the non-check swing call on Teoscar, then he hits a home run. At what point did you think you guys had a legitimate shot to win that game?
When I got to first base.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
It was 9-4.
I don't know why, but I thought so. It was no outs in the ninth, right? We're playing in Colorado, remember? So in Colorado, not lead is safe. So anybody can score like 5 runs in Colorado right away, right? All you have to do is get someone on base, and then a homer is about to happen, right? So I got to first base, and I told Clayton, "Hey Clayton, be ready, because we're gonna win this game." I told him that because of the streak and everything that is been happening, and people been talking like, "Oh, it's 20-0 when Miggy gets a hit. It's 21-0 or whatever. Oh, it's gonna be over today." So I was 0 for 3, and I walked to the plate thinking about it. And I say, okay, we're down by 5. What would I do here? And I was hoping for a walk, to be honest with you. So I want to help the team, but I didn't want to stop the streak. So I was hoping for a walk. But first pitch, I was taking first pitch, right? Because I want to walk. He threw me a fastball in, strike. And I said, okay, I can't really take anymore, I need to like swing the bat if the ball is there. So he threw me another fastball in. I got the blooper over the second baseman head. As soon as I got to first base, I told Clayton, after that handshake, I went, "Hey, Clayton, be ready. We're going to win this game." And he's looking at me all like, okay, Miggy, whatever. All of a sudden, Miguel Vargas got a walk. They pinch hit for Jason Hayward. When Jay hit the ball, I say, oh, my God, I can't believe it. I was at second base, and he hit the ball. I say, oh, my God, I can't believe this. The ball hit the foul pole, and Shohei's on the plate. Anything can happen, He got that base hit. They walk Freddie. Next thing you know, we're winning the game.
So when Teoscar hit that ball, what was the dugout like?
Oh, exploded in like in satisfaction, and it was like, I mean, he did it again because he did it in New York for us, like every game over there, So Teoscar is being huge for us. Clutch, understanding the stage of the game, energetic, giving us like a lot of passion, like that Latin player passion. When he hit those homers, he's like fired up, and he's fired the whole clubhouse and the whole locker room up with his power.
Did Teoscar Hernandez swing or not?
Really hard to tell because I mean it's a high pitch, like I haven't really go to the like side view and,
all right,
and see it from that perspective. Okay,
here we go.
Can look at it.
Here we go. You tell me. That's a swing. It's okay. They're not going to take the win away from you. That's a swing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, Seems like it, but I mean, good thing is we don't have to talk about it
Uh,
um, anymore.
I do want to talk
Oh
about
my
this.
God, yeah,
Did you
yeah,
see Did you see Jake Cave's reaction? He's playing right field for Colorado. Watch him.
yeah,
So the ball leaves the yard and he starts motherfucking the first base ump who didn't make the check swing call.
yeah.
I have never seen that before. I was laughing
And
my ass off, man.
I saw that in person, so yeah, I'm aware. And I talked to Jake the next day at second base. He got to second base and he
Uh-huh.
was like, "Bro, I want to tell you that it's nothing against you guys. Like I was acting that way, not in like in disrespect, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal for us as a team and for our young club to beat the Dodgers. Like beating and winning a game, regardless if it's the Dodgers or whatever. But he mentioned something about for them to beat the Dodgers is a big deal. In a game like that for the pitchers, for everybody, to come in and do their job and do what they need to do to take care of the Dodgers at home is a big deal. So for me, uh, for Jake to say that day, I say, man, we don't take anything, the wrong way with your fire. And believe me, I play for a team that lost 98 and 99 games one year, and I understand how frustrated it is not to get it done. And when you got the opportunity to win games in the big leagues, it's always important, and it's gonna be a good feeling for that team to say, okay, yeah, we got to beat the Dodgers at, at this day or whatever. And I totally understand what Jake was coming from, a player that he was just like shy of going to the World Series last year, and he was with the Phillies, a really successful team. And I feel like every team needs a leader and a veteran present like that cares about winning, cares about like his teammates and his team, and that's what baseball needs, bro.
I would be proud if I was a Rockies fan and that was his reaction. I want guys who are
Yeah.
pissed off when they feel like they got screwed out of a win. And I'm happy, you know
Yes.
what? I don't think he needed to apologize to you and or let you know because you understand the game. But I think that's pretty
Mhm.
cool that you guys had that conversation.
No, he did, and he kind of like caught me by surprise because he didn't have to do that. But when he said it, I totally respect J.K. a lot for what he had to say on how he stand up for his team that day. It's pretty remarkable that you have a guy like with his track record. He's been playing in the league for a couple years now, and so he's been around, and he's been in a winning team. He's been in a losing team now, and he understands how hard it is to be in this level, and and that's the definition of not taking anything for granted every
Mhm.
single day.
Um, the Dodgers are a show wherever you guys go on the road. But when you went to New York and the Bronx and played that series, I
Yeah,
mean, Teoscar Hernandez came out and said because he's played for years, whether it was with Seattle or Toronto, he's played a ton of games in that stadium. He was like,
right.
wearing a Dodger uniform in this rivalry in this stadium was different. Is it?
Yeah, it was different. That felt like, I mean, I never been in a World Series, right? But that was just, the whole setup was like the World Series setup. Like we got Derek. One day we got Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz, on the field doing the pregame show over there on a Saturday night in the middle of June. You know, and then we have all these. I mean, three national TV games. It felt different. The whole fans, how they travel to New York. They did the same thing in Boston last year too when we went to Boston for Mookie's return. But I mean, this is crazy. We have like literally like 10,000 Dodger fans in the stands, and this group wants to do like a roll call for us. The thing is, like, I don't think it could have happened because I mean, Yankee fans are pretty loud too, and I guess they not gonna let that happen in their field. But I mean, playing for the Dodgers, man, and being on the road and seeing the sea of blue that we have everywhere we go, and feel like we're playing a home game everywhere that we go is pretty amazing.
Did you get a chance to talk to Stanton?
I did talk to G a couple of times, not around the bases or anything. I talked to him before the game one day. Yeah, I check in with him. It's always nice to talk to my boy, Giancarlo.
You guys are close, aren't you?
Yeah, we're really close, especially after those moments in Miami right before he got traded. After that year, that Jose passed, and I mean the connection that we're gonna have is gonna be deeper than just baseball. It's gonna be about those moments and what we have to go through as a family. And I believe those guys are my family, like Dick Gordon, Giancarlo Stanton, Christian Yelich, Justin Bour, AJ Ramos, Martin Prado. That group of guys will forever be like together because of what happens right there, what happened with the organization, and how we handle the things at the moment. Because Jose was like a pretty big thing for us, and we will never kind of go away from like explaining people how good was Jose was and how impactful Jose was in our community and for the whole clubhouse and for the whole team about like you remember when they started with like let the kid play
Mm-hmm.
MLB kind of thing. I think Jose was that before let the kids play,
Sure was.
because he was a kid playing baseball every single day, and he kind of was the one who started everything, the change and the revolution of baseball coming into the new baseball that we're playing right now.
It's. I have a picture of Jose. I think it's at the San Diego All-Star game in 2016 or whenever that was,
Mhm.
and he was one of my favorite players because you're right. I just loved the enthusiasm he played with. Heck, even when he was hitting, he loved it.
Mhm.
He was like, man, I'm going to go take somebody deep. And occasionally he would. Like, he could have been a statue guy there, Miggy.
Mhm.
They could have built a statue based on not only his ability and his personality, but what he meant to the community down there.
Yeah, I mean when you look back, like his career and what he did, so the rookie of the year, all the all stars and all that, nothing compares to what he did to the fan base in Miami. In Miami it's really hard to draw some fans because of like different reasons. Like we haven't like have a winning culture over there at the time. There's a lot of things to do in Miami. It's really hard to actually commit to a baseball season, which is 162 games, 81 games at home. But every time Jose pitched, it was like 20% more in attendance or 25% more. So, like people wants to see him. He was a kind of like person and player, like it was a show, not just Jose pitching. It was like the show of like Jose can hit a homer and pimp it. Jose can strike out 14 today. Jose can do something that is gonna be like all over social media. So I wanna present that. So that was like the kind of person that he was, and he was like pretty close to be like Livan Hernandez, like for the World Series. And I love Miami kind of experience.
Who was it? Atlanta that he pimped the homer against, and McCann told him to go run. Was that who it was
Yeah,
against?
yeah. I wasn't there for that one. Yeah, but it was against Atlanta.
Yeah.
He hit it against a lefty. I don't remember his name, but yeah. I mean, McCann got it on his face at the play,
Yeah.
and the kid was just like doing what everybody's doing right now.
Right.
Like it was a different era and a different baseball, and that's what people kind of like sometimes forget that we used to have this kind of like unwritten rules that you
Hmm.
can really break, and like they let you know, and the older players kind of keep you accountable, you know,
Yeah.
for your actions.
I
And he
hear you.
was like a really young guy at the time, and in eyes of like older guys, he was disrespecting the game, and he really wasn't. He was just like doing something that nobody else is doing, but that's how the baseball used to get, used to be played. Like people fight over a pin, over like a bat flip. People like drill other players just because you flip your bat, and that's the kind of stuff that I feel like he didn't do much. He just like threw his bat, like stayed at the homer. he didn't even pimp it. He just like enjoy the homer, and you see the reaction. That's how we started playing the game. That's how like the game was played at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand. Brian McCann came up old school in an old school clubhouse, right? With Bobby
Yes.
Cox leading the way and all that sort of stuff. So I understand it. I mean, B Mac's a good guy. It's just, I don't know. I think we've made a lot of progress, and I've never understood that let's drill somebody because they celebrated too hard. It just think it's the most childish sounding thing I have ever heard. Nobody can
Yeah.
ever convince me of it, but I know we've made it past that. At Dodger Stadium a few weeks ago, the Texas Rangers, the champions, came into town, and it was the first regular season chance for the Dodgers to say thank you to Corey Seager. How well do you know Seager? Did you guys play in the minor leagues together or anything?
No, we didn't play together, but it was a big prospect when I was in the organization in 2013. So we got the opportunity to be like in a early spring training camp, that they do with the Dodgers. They invited all the prospects and a couple of the new signing guys, to get used to with the organization. And I got to meet Seager at the time. He was in like low A or something like that, and I was gonna play in double A. So we play the same position, and I always call him the prospect. Uh, every time we went together, I call him, hey prospect, and now yeah, he was the big prospect for them. And um, after I made my debut in 14, I think he came up in 16 or 15 or 16, and he was a shortstop for the organization for a long time. And nothing about Corey Seager that is bad in this clubhouse or in this organization. Everybody talks so highly about
Mm-hmm.
the way that he plays the game, that he carried himself um, outside the field with the community, all the trainers. You know what? One important thing that if you want to know about a player, ask the trainers.
Mm-hmm.
The trainers always know best because in the trainer room is where there's no media there, there's no front office people, there's nobody there that can actually like be in the way of you being yourself, you know. And then the trainers got the best view of like players on the sense of like what kind of person this guy is. Then if you ask a trainer and those trainers, everybody in this organization with all the trainers got really good things about to say about Seager and how good of a competitor he was. And everybody's like was happy to have him back.
I also love it when the guys know the security people who are working. You know the clubbies. You're with them every day, but you care. Like it doesn't take much to say hello, and you can brighten somebody's day for I don't know what they're making per hour, but a lot of the time they're sitting there by themselves. These security people, they don't have much interaction. But man, a major leaguer says hi or knows my name. That's a big deal, Miggy.
Yeah, especially when they work over there as hard as you're working on the field, they're working hours and hours and hours for you to be safe and for you to be comfortable. Like people who works in the elevators to
Yep.
get you down every single time. Like how hot it gets in there, and they have to be sitting in that elevator for like maybe 10 or 12 hours a day. Because they're there since like 11:30 in the morning, and they're leaving when the last guy leave around one a.m. in the morning after a long game. You know, so you really have to appreciate what these guys mean
Mm-hmm.
for a city and for an organization. And I mean, um, even though he's in a different thing now, you could never forget what he did for the organization.
Good. That's nice. One last thing. What are you doing during All Star break?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go to Miami, and I'm gonna be there at home with the family, and I'm gonna do that. But I don't know if I'm gonna take a little bit of escape to maybe the Keys or something like that. Go to the beach with the kids before they go to school again, and before I gotta go back to LA. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Vegas. It's up in the air yet. I haven't decided. I might go to Vegas and spend the 4 days in Vegas.
4 days in Vegas, Miggy Ro, that's too much. I love Vegas, but 4 days.
That's a lot
in
of
Vegas,
that's a lot of poker for me.
that's too much poker. Too much.
I haven't really played much this year because I've been like traveling and with the family here. I can't really go to the casinos. But yeah, I might take it to Vegas and go play some poker.
How are you doing on the poker playing on the plane?
Oh, really
Winning?
good this year.
Good.
Yeah, this year it's been good. We have like a really weak game. We don't have many players. We need Kershaw back. We need so Walker Buehler was back for a little bit. Now he's gonna be down for a couple of weeks. But Walker was good that he was back. But we need some players back. I think we're getting softer and softer on the poker players on the plane too. With the time. But it's been
Who?
good for me.
Okay, yeah, good. Whose money are you taking the most? Come on.
Uh, I hate to say it, but it's been a couple of rookies, Miguel
Oh,
Vargas and Bobby Miller lately. So I'm not really like happy about it or proud about it because I mean, but it's been like up and down. Last year I have my days where I was really bad and I gave up a lot of money. So yeah, it's just paper, like Jose Fernandez used to say. We used to play this game of poker, right? So Jose Fernandez is one of the craziest players of poker. Talking about him earlier today, he got this say that he calls every bet, and we play with chips or we play with like cash, right? And whatever bet it was, like it could be like $1,000 bet, and he say, "I'm called. It's just paper." And someone trying to bluff him, and we could never bluff him because it was just paper for him, and he just throw it out there, and he like won a lot of money, not just paper. Right?
it's not a
It was
great
just
not,
paper for him.
it's not a great way to play. I got to be honest with you. But okay, so what? It's just paper. It's just
It's
paper.
just paper. Yeah.
Miggy Ro, it's always great seeing you. Best to you and your entire family. Continued success. Keep that hitting streak alive, man. It really is an incredible thing that's got going.
It's amazing. Thank you
It's
very
always
much,
great.
Chris. Appreciate it.
Always great seeing you, and stay healthy, my friend, as we like to say. Big
You
shout
too.
out to our amazing producer, Rami Shirako, our intern, Tommy Young, for Miguel Rojas, your starting shortstop of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I am Chris Rose. We will see you next time here on the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media.